Do you ever feel like no matter how much you plan, you are never doing enough? I used to feel that pressure too until I discovered how to make a vision board for calm and clarity. One that gently guides me throughout the year instead of stressing me out. And now let's start by exploring why vision boards actually work. So, vision boards don't work because they look beautiful. They actually work because they shape gently what your mind keeps returning to. If you do vision boarding just for the aesthetic purpose, you just collect the images that look beautiful, but you don't really made it intentionally, then you will feel unsettled in spite of all the planning. Because this way, you were just collecting aesthetic visuals, but you will not feel really guided by them. And it feels like something is missing beneath the planning. And I'm telling this from my past experience because I did this mistake in the past. I just collected aesthetic visuals to create my vision board. To be honest, I felt inspired for a short while, but then I slowly drifted back into the overwhelm. Last year was actually the first time when I tried vision boarding actively. And to my surprise, my year quietly followed the direction I had set. So this year, I wanted to slow down and really learn how to use vision boarding as a supportive tool and not being forced. And you need to really understand before you start vision boarding that when visuals aren't emotionally aligned, then your brain doesn't engage with them. Vision boards do work through meaning, not just decoration. So before collecting any image for your vision boarding, ask yourself, does this image reflect how I want to live? Not just how I want it to look. And by the way, I will be hopefully uploading this video in the late January. And trust me, you are not late. January 1st is just a date. And vision begins with awareness, not just a calendar. And I want to really let you know this. Vision board isn't about just dreaming big. It's about how your brain responds to what it sees repeatedly. To be honest, I felt really skeptical when I heard the vision boarding technique for the first time. I wasn't really sure if this is really practical or just a trend which everyone is doing. But after I have read the scientific studies about this vision boarding technique, this changed my mind. And there are enough scientific proofs behind why vision boards actually work. When you see meaningful images regularly, your brain starts noticing what really matters to you and gently nudges you towards action. And I also came across a fascinating study that shows that when we only imagine the end results, our energy drops because our brain thinks that we have already arrived there. And this study shows how we should make the vision board that actually works. So, vision boarding isn't about adding the end result images, but about adding more process images to achieve what you want to. For example, studying, exercising, making healthy food, eating healthy, etc. This way, these process images keep your brain energized and engaged. I have been learning how attention shapes behavior. I noticed how repeated visuals can actually influence focus. And most importantly, my mind felt clearer without forcing discipline. So, in short, repeated visuals train attention before they change your behavior. And attention shapes choices, and choices shape outcomes. So, what I really want you to do is choose the visuals that your nervous system feels calm and emotionally connected when it sees the images. So now let's talk about how to make a vision board that actually works in real life. A calm vision board supports your real life. It doesn't ask you to escape it. You really need to understand that because otherwise you are going to save the images that looks aspirational but feels distant. And this way you are going to feel overwhelmed instead of being supported. And when you don't get emotionally connected with the visuals, you will be losing the connection with the visuals over time. Instead of learning how to make vision board, I tried in the past just because others were doing that. And I did this mistake in the past. I added the images that looked perfect, but over time I felt the resistance instead of alignment. Realistic visuals create safety and consistency. On the other hand, intimidating visuals create avoidance. So, the method I like to create a vision board is go over Pinterest and collect all the realistic grounded visuals first. Then I create a simple board with few meaningful images that I feel emotionally connected with in Canva, Notion, Google Doc. Last year I tried with Notion. It could be anywhere. And remember this, your vision board doesn't need to impress anyone. This is a tool that's meant for supporting you. And once your vision feels realistic, the next step is making sure it stays present in your daily life. A vision board works best when it gently meets you where you already are. And this is the mistake a lot of us do. And I did some of it the last year too. We create a vision board with the excitement, but then we forget about it. And also, after the initial excitement of creating the vision board, we feel disconnected. In my personal experience, I noticed more alignment when the vision board stayed visible to me and I visited the board regularly. And when I felt emotionally connected with the vision board I made, I felt guided without forcibly trying. And I think that frequency matters more than the intensity here. So, here is a really simple practical step that you can do to visit your vision board regularly so that you feel guided by it, not really forget about it after the initial excitement of creating. First of all, you can set the vision board as wallpaper of your devices like your mobile, laptop, or tablet. Number two, if you prefer the physical version of it, you can take a printout and keep it near your desk or in your wardrobe where you regularly visit. You don't need a very long time to engage with it daily. Gentle reminders are enough. And this is how a vision board quietly supports your ear instead of adding pressure. Remember, your vision board isn't about rushing or doing it perfectly. It's a gentle guide to help you notice what really matters and take small, meaningful steps. Even revisiting it for just a few seconds each week keeps you aligned and energized. And if you're curious to see how I actually plan my year, in the next video, I will walk you through my entire updated Notion system, how I organize my goals, routines, and tasks with calm and clarity. And if it's already live, then you can watch right here on your screen now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you there.